Happy birthday, America. Good morning, America. On its 250th birthday, we the people, for the people, by the people, are still standing. The Union Jack is still standing. The communist will not win and will never win in the United States of America. Remember, we the people, for the people, by the people. This country is not a dictatorship. Under Trump-Vance team, the United States has advanced and making America greater. Because we always was great and always will be great. There is room to be greater. Just because people undermine the United States of America, the American agenda, not the Obama agenda. The American agenda is peace, love, and equality, not Sharia law, not dictating your religion. That's what the First Amendment is for, and not pain and suffering. But the attacks on certain races of people by Black Lives Matter members and their supporters has come to a height that is out there and is very, very noticeable. And they can't deny that Patrisse Cullors, the founder, and Rosa Opal and Newsom, the founders of Black Lives Matter Incorporated, their agenda is to annihilate the white race, as they had said to the news media way back when. And that is when, and is under the advisement of Barack Hussein Obama, their consigliere. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it's beyond a reasonable doubt, the disruption in the United States is caused by Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden because they wanted to annihilate the United States Constitution. They let in all types of people that would never have been let in. They illegally changed the laws. They illegally put people into judgeships and enticed them to make rulings against the U.S. Constitution and to avoid applying U.S. Supreme Court law. This, ladies and gentlemen, is acts of treason. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an act of a violation of the Separation of Powers Act. And this, ladies and gentlemen, must be cured by the UN treaty tribunals to avoid any future and further outcry by certain community members who are anti-American, that their prosecutions are due to political influence. As we know, politically influenced the prosecution of Kevin Rizzoli, the founder of U.S. Constitution Protects All Lives Matter, Incorporated, a 501c3, and a Navy veteran. But in 2012, under the Obama administration, Preet Bharara was tasked, and then who tasked AUSA Damian Williams, who later on became the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, one of the most sought-after positions in the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Justice Department throughout the United States. This was in hopes of silencing Kevin Rizzoli and the FOIA complaint that was put in, and the FOIA request. Such FOIA complaint most recently was covered up by Judge Lyman and Judge Ricardo. 25 CV 6307. Early on, the individual false Army records that was given during discovery for trial, which would have guaranteed Kevin Rizzoli a fair trial, was handed over. Such records were false and inaccurate because Kevin Rizzoli was never in the United States Army. Mitchell Dinnerstein, an appointed CJA attorney, sandbagged the case for the government and tried to entrap Kevin Rizzoli and entice him into saying things other than dealing with the case. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, there's proof beyond a reasonable doubt that using surround sound and real-time surveillance in a lawyer's room is illegal. It violates the 5th, 6th, and 4th and 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Wilkie Farr and Gallagher, a prominent attorney group located on 7th Avenue, found numerous falsified documents in Kevin Rizzoli's file when a team of forensic attorneys went to Washington, D.C. to review his records. Therefore, proof beyond a reasonable doubt supports the findings that his case should have been reversed in 12 CR 550, tried before Denise Cote. But it was not. It was covered up because of the FOIA request that was put in. On today is our birth of the United States. The U.S. Constitution was born and still stands and was inspired by God. And I say was inspired by God because everything today that is happening and that occurred during the Obama administration and Biden administration, our founding fathers had put fail-safes in the U.S. Constitution to avoid such actions that was committed in unison and concert with the Obama staff, which carried over into Biden, which we know Obama was running the White House behind the scenes since Joseph Biden was senile. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate today, but keep your eyes and ears open because as you know, the mayor of the most greatest city in the world, New York City, is going to sit before you and address the people from a desk that was George Washington's. The first president of the United States of America, and such address is coming from Gracie Mansion, the first White House in America, since New York was the first capital of the colonies. It's we the people, for the people, by the people. And such address, using such props, that desk is called a prop because it's like saying, ha, I captured the throne. You didn't capture the throne, Mr. Mondani, communist, anti-Christian. You're sitting there because your friends fixed the election. Your friends infiltrated this country through illegal means. Your friends tried to rewrite different laws using computers. Your friends tried to influence the judges into ruling in their favor and trying to circumvent the Separation of Powers Act and the Senate and Congress and the President departments. It's we the people, for the people, by the people. The United States Constitution stands and will stand for another 250 years and will stand for infamy. God Bless America is solid. It's God Bless America. God bless America. God bless Americans. Of course, in God we trust. In God we trust. So again, ladies and gentlemen, have a very safe and beautiful holiday. May my brethren at the Gold Star Post of the American Legion enjoy the barbecue. May all military personnel, both retired and active, enjoy the barbecue in Staten Island at the Gold Star Post. And may we all celebrate the birth of our great nation and celebrate it many years to come. God bless you. God bless our president, the first family, J.D. Vance, the second family, all the people in Washington, D.C. who stand for the U.S. Constitution and its umbrella of protections, and down with communism, down with anti-Christian over and undertones, and may all treasonists be hung in months to come. They need to be brought to justice the American way. We the people, by the people, and for the people. And brought before UN Tribunal, which the Second Circuit agrees that UN treaty laws can be applied to a country's leader and former leader and his subordinates, and hold that country's leader accountable for their actions. That can be seen in Caddick versus Karasnik, 70 Fed 3rd, 232, Second Circuit, 1995. Affirmed. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Barack Hussein Obama, Joe Biden, Eric Holder, Garland, Loretta Lynch, and the rest of the BOP staff can be held accountable under Articles 2 through 9 of the UN treaty laws and brought before a tribunal. And if found guilty, the punishment is death by hanging in public. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our troops stationed domestically and abroad, protecting our great nation.